better place. We are smart at what we do to make our world a better place. By the help of God, to make our world a better place. By the help of God, to make our world a better place. Smart do.
Hello students, I hope you're fine and doing well. Welcome to today's lesson. It is CRE Form 1. We want to look at the introduction to Christian religious education. We want to see what is CRE and look at the reasons for studying CRE and look at the national goals. What is Christian religious education? You are now joining the high school, you studied Christian religious education in primary school, and now you are again meeting it in secondary school. And now we can say that Christian religious education is a unique subject in the school curriculum. This is a unique subject. It is unique from chemistry, different from physics, different from biology and all others. It is a unique subject in the school curriculum. Why? Because it has a contribution. Actually, it has a contribution to making one's life. It has a contribution to making one's life. Another thing we can say, it is the study of how God reveals himself to his people. It's the study of how God reveals himself to his people through his word. Let us go to the reasons for studying CRE. Why will you study CRE in high school? Why will you study CRE in Form 1, 2, 3, and 4? Reasons for studying CRE. The number one reason for studying CRE is to get a better understanding of God. Remember, it is how God reveals himself to the world. So it is to get a better understanding of God. To get a better understanding of God through the reading of the Bible. Remember, in Form 1, 2, 3, and 4, CRE is fully based on reading the Bible. So, to understand God, you can only understand God through his word. To get a better understanding of God. 2 is to understand the mysteries of life. We'll get to understand the mysteries of life, for example, the origin of death, the origin of the life, and all other. Where does death come from the Bible? What does God say in his word about life? And so forth. Another thing, to get to know how God reveals himself to his people. So that you are able to appreciate if you encounter God, if God has done something to you. CRE will help you to know those things that you have encountered in your life, if it was by your own power or it was God's intervention. Another thing is to appreciate and to control the creation, to conserve, it will help us to conserve, appreciate, and protect the environment. We'll protect the environment and God's creation. You'll know how to care for the animals, knowing that they are being created by God, because we are studying how God reveals himself through his word. The word of God. You'll fear what the word of God tells you about the environment. Another thing, we acquire skills. We call them life skills. CRE will help you to acquire some life skills. For example, critical thinking, so that you are able to overcome the challenges that you encounter as a student. So you need to acquire some life skills. You need to know to have the self-control, to be disciplined, how to relate to one another, how to control your feelings, the boy-girl relationship, and all those. Another thing, what does CRE do to us? Another thing, to appreciate CRE will help us to appreciate our own religion, as well as appreciating the religion of others. You will not look at your religion as being the only one and very important. You will look at your brothers, the Muslim. You will appreciate the Muslim religion. CRE teaches us to appreciate our religion and that one of others. Another reason for studying CRE, we'll be able to appreciate our culture. Through CRE, we'll go to the traditional African society, how people behave, how people conducted themselves. And now, from there, you'll be able to appreciate your culture. Another thing that CRE does to us is to create the self-consciousness. Another thing CRE will help us to do is to appreciate the value of social and economic development. You'll be able to appreciate the development of the economy, what your nation is doing to develop the economy. You'll be able to do what? You'll be able to appreciate. So with this and others, let us look at the national goals. The national goals. Let us look at the national goals. Let's go to the national goals. These are goals that the nation has towards its people. The nation that governs the people of our country. The national goals, the goals that governs the people, the goals that govern the being of the people. The number one goal, we look at the number one goal, the national goal, is to promote unity. What is the goal of a nation? What does the nation entail in doing to you as a member of that nation? One is to promote unity, the national goal, to promote unity. Another thing is to promote national, social, and economic development. The development of the roads, the development of the roads, the everything, the hospitals, and the whatever. Another thing, the national goals, is for individual development and self-satisfaction. The nation is pressing forward to ensure that as an individual, you are comfortable through employment, through other things. Another thing, it is social equity and social justice. Those are some of the national goals. So today we have looked at the introduction to Christian religious education. When you are asked what is CRE, the study of God and how He reveals Himself to His people. We have looked at the reasons for studying CRE, and we are going to look at the national goals. With that one, I wish you all the best. Thank you.